Hello and welcome to another insightful edition of the Issues and Voice of the People TV. I am your host, Jerry Arpayohai. And today we are discussing critical developments that are shaking Nigeria to its core. And of course, join us as we break down these major issues and provide expert insights into their impact on Nigeria's future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never get to miss an episode of the issues. Begin with the Lagos State House of Assembly has expressed its support for Speaker Mojisola Meranda by passing a vote of confidence following a leadership crisis triggered by the recent removal of former Speaker Mojisola Obasa. Despite tensions and a raid by the Department of State Services (DSS) that sealed key offices, Meranda presided over the session where lawmakers affirmed their trust in her leadership. The assembly about accountability, particularly following the 2020 suspension of the program's coordinator, Charles Dokubo, over corruption allegations. And still more, where Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke reported the death of 5 People's Democratic Party members amid the crisis over local government control as the All Progressives Congress attempted to reinstate its chairman and removed by court order. He urged residents to avoid the local government secretariat to prevent further violence and allowed only security personnel to remain. Additionally, Adeleke accused his predecessor, Gboyega Oyetola, of using his ties with President Bola Tinubu to incite unrest and assure the public of their safety. All right, after this short break, we'll dig deeper into these topics and more. Don't go away. Welcome back. Let's dive straight into today's discussion. We started off with the recent turmoil of the recent vote of confidence, I beg your pardon, in Speaker Mojisola Meranda by the Lagos State House of Assembly follows a tumultuous leadership crisis sparked by the removal of former Speaker Mojisola Obasa. This crisis created significant tension within the Assembly, leading to a DSS raid that aimed to assert control over the situation. Despite the chaos, Miranda's leadership was reaffirmed by her colleagues, demonstrating their support amidst uncertainty and rumors of her resignation. Oladipo Ajomale's motion to express confidence in her leadership reflects a collective decision by lawmakers emphasizing their commitment to stability in the Assembly. All right, the vote of confidence not only reinforces Miranda's position but also signifies a move towards unity among lawmakers, countering the divisive atmosphere created by Obasa's ousting as the Assembly navigates process. All right, joining me here in the studio today, we have Mr. Peter Nosike. Mr. Nosike is a philosopher, development economist, and best-selling author. He is also an erudite commentator on economy, finance, politics, and power. Good to have you join us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it's a pleasure. Of course, hopefully our virtual guest will be joining us anytime soon as the show progresses. But definitely I have to start with Mr. Nosike, who's here, because they said a bird in hand is worth more than one in the bush. But great to have you join us today. What do you make of the ruckus that happened at Lagos State House of Assembly to the extent that the DSS came in and there was a lot of confusion?
Well, from the beginning, there was a confusion because we are getting several different reports. We are told that Obasa is to resume on the 18th, and because of that, they have to write to DSS to beef up security that's in the assembly. But security, according to them, misunderstood their message and now come with a different agenda, which I don't totally believe. But the issue is that Obasa was not elected speaker by by the people of Agege Constituency 1. He was elected to represent the constituency. So that he is now a speaker is a privilege, it's not a right. So he was not elected by his constituency to come and be a speaker. He was elected to be a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly. So if you are impeached from the position of speaker, you return to the house as an ordinary member. He's not the first person that has been impeached. From 1999 until today, between 22 to 26 speakers have been impeached. So Obasa is not the first one and would not be the last person. But because he has become a power drunk, he now feels as if being a speaker is his right, which is not. Which is not. And what he is doing presently is very, very bad. Again, the APC administration in Lagos State is setting a very bad precedent because this man has corruption issues against him that ought to have kept him busy. Because I know that if he's in a PDP state, EFCC would have moved against him over this. If it's in a Labour Party state, EFCC would have moved against him over the corruption charges. But they have put that aside. According to Remi Tinubu, they don't want a division in APC in the state. Therefore, his sins are forgiven over those corruption issues. This man has gone to court to challenge his impeachment. He should wait for the court to decide the outcome. But we know that the State House of Assembly has all the right to impeach their officers. It is within their constitutional right to impeach whoever they want to impeach, provided that a quorum was formed. And in Obasa's case, it was overwhelming majority that signed his impeachment. So I don't know why he is still making this noise, as if being a speaker is his birthright.
Okay, let's take a look at the involvement of the DSS. Even the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, talking about reacted, saying that it was a real retrogressive situation where we begin to have the DSS coming to a democratic environment like the Lagos State House of Assembly to enforce, will I say, personal ambition of one man. And what could give Obasa such a leverage? Because we understand that the DSS is under the executive arm of government. How come that Obasa could be able to use the DSS to carry out this activity?
Well, the issue is this, as I said, he has become a power drunk. And from all indications, it seems that his master is still having a sympathy for him. From all indications, it seems that his master is still having sympathy for him. That's why EFCC has not moved into the allegations against him. And now he also still using a Department of State Security to come and seal up the Speaker's office and the Deputy Speaker's office. That was not the minutes of the meeting that they did. Understand me? Now, DSS claiming that they forgot that there was misunderstanding. There was no misunderstanding. They deliberately did what they, understand me, they did that intentionally. But we should know that Obasa cannot be more than the 30-something people in that state House of Assembly. So mortgaging the will of more than 36 people because of Obasa is not democratic.
Well, how come does Obasa, who is merely a former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, has the power to use the DSS to carry out personal orders? How come?
I say his master must have sympathy for him. Understand me? His master must have sympathy for him. If not, he should be answering to EFCC now. EFCC should have kept him busy. Understand me? But they have waved that aside. And that's what Oshiomode said. Once you are a member of PDP, of APC, whatever atrocity you have committed is forgiven.
Okay, let's take a look at it. If the president seems to enjoy the sympathy, Obasa, beg your pardon, seems to enjoy the sympathy of his master, in quotes, how come this so-called master, who is the godfather of Lagos, not able to tell the Lagos State House of Assembly, I want you to return this man as speaker with immediate effect, and they carrying it out to the latter without him going through all of this process of bringing in DSS, trying to force his way in?
Well, no champion stays for forever. But Bob Marley sang a song that everything is for a while. Understand? So my own thinking is that they feel that Tinubu is now in Abuja, and he is not ubiquitous. He cannot be in Lagos and Abuja at the same time. So he should be presiding over the business in Abuja, while those of them in Lagos should be presiding over the business here. Understand? So this is my own thinking, and we are practicing a separation of powers, where the legislature is separate from the executive and the judiciary. So the legislature should be allowed to exercise their own duties, which they have done by impeaching Obasa, who they are not comfortable with. So it will be wrong and undemocratic for Tinubu to impose Obasa on 36 or 37 members who have said, no, we don't want this man. And as I said, it is bad precedent that they are setting now. And an injustice or a crime that one covers now may later in life begin to haunt him or her.
Well, if that is the case, is that not dangerous for it to look like the president does not have a hold on what is happening in the Lagos State House of Assembly, and the governor to tell them, this is what I want, and it's be carried out to the latter without him needing Obasa to want to force his way in?
So these people has done what they are constitutionally mandated to do. Understand me? They have the right to impeach whoever they want to impeach, provided that due process are followed. I said, more than 26 speakers have been impeached from different state House of Assemblies. Obasa is not the first one. And the others that were impeached, all of them, some went to court, which is the right thing. If you feel that due process were not followed, you go to court to seek for redress. And not using your power, understand me, that to get back why they say that we don't want you anymore.
Okay, what are the implications for Meranda? Because we saw her crying in at the State House of Assembly, and there were also tensions about Obasa coming to take over, and the fact there were also rumors of her resigning, which she didn't eventually do. But it looks like she was overwhelmed with all that is happening. Does it mean that she doesn't have the stomach for politics or the way politics? No, the way it's going, Lagos State House of Assembly.
She's a woman and she reacted like a woman.
Okay.
She's a woman and she reacted like a woman. What happened there will scare any woman out of her wits. Understand me? So from Saturday, there were rumors that she had been forced to resign. Understand me? That rumor has been there since Friday that she is being forced to resign. Whether the rumor is being orchestrated by Obasa or from the presidency, I don't know. But today, her own people, 36 people, gave her a vote of confidence that they are behind her, that she should remain in office. So, coming to bring Obasa again, the cure will be worse than the disease. Bringing Obasa again as a speaker, the cure is going to be worse than the disease. Because Obasa is going to fight those who impeach him, number one. Those people who impeach him will not give him the support anymore. Because they have told him in very clear terms, we don't need you anymore. So it's going to bring that's a divided house, understand me, which will not be good for Lagos State House of Assembly, for negotiations, and even for the government in the states.
Yeah, with talking about with all that has happened in the Lagos State House of Assembly, what does this say about the APC and the Lagos State towards the next election and the powers play already? Because it looks like the president, on the other hand, has his own will. The governor has him having his own will. The Lagos State House of Assembly having their own will on who they feel should be speaker. So, how does this affect the power play in Lagos State?
For me, what it means is that the center is not holding. That's definitely what it means. The center
all things falling apart.
So it seems that all things are falling apart.
Wow, very
And
interesting.
it will be good for Nigerians for things to fall apart.
In Lagos State.
Yes. Let the falling apart start from this state.
Okay, and taking a look at the body language of the governor, it looks like he's on the side of letting Obasa go. Would that not be having a go at the president in terms of his will to have Obasa remain there?
I don't know, because the three arms of government are separate. So the governor must have no hand in what is happening. Understand me?
We know there was a meeting to decide on what next to do, and it looks like they were going to go with the option of letting Obasa go forever.
Well, there's confusion among the members of the governing council. Understand me? They are not speaking in one voice. Understand me? They are not speaking in one voice. And again, in the political space in Lagos now, they have two key political groups, the Mandate and the Justice Forum. Obasa belongs to the Mandate, which was formed by one man called Babeto. It was him that produced Obasa, but the Justice Forum don't want Obasa. The Justice Forum want the current speaker. Understand me? So this is the bone of contention, a fight between the Justice Forum and the Mandate group. So this is what a lot of people don't know.
All right, of course, we just been made to know. Talking about the Mandate Forum, Odum Bakun, who's been
Babeto, that's
Babeto.
Odum Bakun.
Yeah, definitely. I remember during the campaign period, talking about the mandates. And of course, that's where the song came from, on the mandate we should stand, that group as well. Taking a look at it, talking about the support for Meranda, is it worth it? Talking about the division they're experiencing right now, courtesy of this whole event. Is Obasa really worth the president wanting to make him return, or having a go at the House of Assembly members and some other faction of the party who want Obasa out? Is Obasa really worth all of this force?
Well, for me, the State House of Assembly did well by showing unity, by running around behind the speaker. Understand me? That's a mark of boldness on their own part. Understand? we did not make mistake in electing Meranda. We are behind him. We don't want Obasa anymore. That's that mean. That's courage. That's boldness. That's that mean. So, but if Tinubu want to sacrifice those 37 lawmakers for Obasa at his own risk, at his own risk. But I'm happy that the center is not holding. And my prayer is that let it continue.
Well, how dangerous is this towards 2027? Because
it will be good for Nigerians. It's a good news for Nigerians.
Because of the bigger picture, there's the talk about who's going to be the next Lagos State governor. And we know that there have also been signs to show that Obasa might be interested in becoming governor, and the son of the president as well. Are we seeing the power play already in motion towards the 2027 governorship election?
Obasa has already set up his structure for governorship. His structure is already there. Before 2023, he set up a structure. Obasa belonged to the Lagos West, which has 10 local governments. So he has already set up his structures for the Senate. Understand me? He has bought cars Obasa for Senate and so me before 2023. Then Remi Tinubu has to tell him that to step down. Understand? That she wants the current senator representing Lagos West, which is a woman, to go. Understand me? So he was now aiming at the governor for 2027. So he already has his structure. Understand me? But now some people don't want him. There are a lot of people who are interested in this governorship, but they are still silent, and they are fighting that from where they are too. So it is proxy war that is going on as we speak.
So you're saying those who are in opposition of Obasa have struck first by making sure they remove him as speaker. So it was not like it's all about the the State House of Assembly wanting to remove him. So it's a power play.
There are bigger interests. There are bigger interests. Understand me? There are bigger interests. Obasa must be rendered impotent before 2027. That's it.
So who might this bigger interest be? Who can we point to be the bigger interest here? Because we know there are a lot of candidates that have been popped up. Is it from the camp of the president's son or some other powers?
I think there are bigger interests. Some people still want Ambode to come back and finish his tenure. Some groups still want Ambode. But Jabi Amina is still interested, even though he is denying it. But Jabi Amina wants to be governor of Lagos State. That's what I mean. So a lot of interest is at work.
Very, very interesting. We understand that our virtual guest is with us, and of course, we would like to introduce him on the show this evening from our Benin studios. Okay, talking about Dr. Bright Onyovo-Kuko. He is a public affairs analyst, a political analysis commentator, and a medical doctor. And of course, we'd like him to treat the issues with us on the issues this evening. Great to have you join us.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, good
Nice
evening.
to be with you here.
All right. It seems this is your debut. Okay. We were just talking about the drama that unfolded at the Lagos State House of Assembly today, and how the current speaker was overwhelmed and moved to tears, and the fact that the DSS came to the Lagos State House of Assembly courtesy of Obasa, the former speaker now, who wanted to reinstate himself forcefully. What does this mean to you? Talking about the level of the power play as it concerns democracy moving forward, and the fact that even the former vice president has lambasted the move, saying that it was pretty very bad for Nigeria's democracy.
Well, we talked about this issue before, and we expressed concern with what has DSS got to do with the State House of Assembly the issue that they have, is it something that is of threat to security, or what is actually their role in it? It's not good for democracy in any way. Why? Because the House of Assembly is a legislative arm, and they should enjoy some level of independence. They should be able to run their system the way they want to run it. And if there are processes for impeachment and they have followed that process, I don't see any reason why anybody should come and start interfering with whatever decision that they have taken. And that is a very big concern and a very big worry. And again, I must also say that it's a very bad precedent, because I was watching the uh, some part of the video. Yes, the DSS were harmed, and the staff of the legislative house, the House of Assembly, they were kind of being able to drag with them and stuff like that. So I was just asking myself, DSS, that is a respected security organization in Nigeria, they descended so low to start having such physical brag with some persons. Ordinarily, if there are things that they want to do, why wouldn't they invite them? Some weeks ago, I know the House of Assembly members, they went to the DSS office and they made some comments and stuff like that. But for the DSS to support Obasa, to now say they want to forcefully take over, I don't. It's not something that is good. Obasa was not overthrown, like maybe there was a coup against him. He was impeached based on the provisions of the House. And if he wants to be reinstated, it shouldn't be something that will have to do with force. It has to also be through a process. Being impeached from being a speaker did not stop him from being a member of the House of Assembly. So he can as well come back, stay as a member of the House of Assembly. But now wanting to force himself is also an indication that there are some powers behind whatever action that the DSS are doing, whatever action the DSS are taking, whatever action that Obasa is taking. And I must commend the members of the House of Assembly, the Lagos House of Assembly, for being able to express their confidence in the speaker, the person of Meranda, standing behind her and not allowing them to be intimidated. It still means that they still have some level of high integrity, some level of confidence in themselves. And I believe that they need to hold forth to that thing that they have done, and let the big masquerade behind whatever force or Basa is using, or that is bringing the DSS low, to come out and speak. But this practice generally is not good for our democracy. I'll stop there.
All right, we already have the letter that was purportedly delivered on behalf of the Obasa camp, stating that they were going to reinstate the former Speaker Obasa. And of course, that letter has been flying everywhere online. And of course, it was addressed by the Director of State Security Services, Lagos State Command, Mangodo, Shangisha, Lagos, and of course addressed to the Lagos State House of Assembly. So, okay, they really just put it as enhanced security measures for the Lagos State House of Assembly premises. I don't know whether they said there was a bomb threat, which they came to enhance security service, Mr. Anosike.
So for me, as I said earlier, Obasa, aggregate constituency 1, elected Obasa as a member of Lagos State House of Assembly. They did not elect him speaker. He was elected a member. Understand me?
Yes.
Obasa is not more than 26 speakers from different state houses of assembly has been impeached in the last 24 years. So Obasa is not the first one. If you are impeached, it's just like you are in the field and the coach feel that you are on the field, and the coach feel that you are not good enough, he will call you out. You go and sit on the bench, and another person will enter. And replace you. You are still a member of the team. So Obasa has been impeached. He should go and become a member of the House, which is what he was elected. That's in the first instance. He was not born speaker. So what they are trying to do is just to create confusion. What they are just trying to do, these guys are giving our democracy a bad name. Because what they are practicing is never democracy. These people overwhelmingly impeached you, and today overwhelmingly gave their support to the new speaker. What else? He has gone to court. Pursue that court process if court declare you speaker. Understand? Which I know they have no power because he was overwhelmingly impeached. Understand me? If court say that because we don't even have a justice system in this country, what we have is a legal system. Our courts have become for the highest bidder. But if the court say you should go back and become a speaker, which we know will be very, very unfortunate, then he can go back. But he's going back, the cure is going to be worse than the disease. Because this struggle, this fight will continue. Because over 90% of the members of the House have said, we don't want you. Who are you now going to preside over? Over people that have already rejected you. So for me, it is a very dicey situation for the APC in Lagos State and for Ahmed Tinubu there in Abuja. So whatever side he takes, people are going to get hurt.
Whichever side it takes, people are going to get hurt. Okay, for the interest of our viewers, we would like you to enjoy the final piece of the puzzle where the Senate showed solidarity with Meranda and, of course, passing the vote of confidence in hand. Of course, suspending plenary session indefinitely. Of course, the Speaker was definitely moved to tears, and according to Mr. Onosuke, she's a woman. I think this is the first time she's going through a heated opposition moment. Okay, and then okay, let's take that.
Honorable Ogle.
I second the motion, Madam Speaker. As moved, Honorable Ajimale.
All in favor, stay high. Those against it, then. The ayes have it.
Madam Speaker! Madam Speaker! Democracy wins. Yes. Democracy wins.
Democracy wins. The ayes have it, and of course, she was still moved to tears in while still taking the ayes and the nays.
I said that she's a woman, so she reacted like a woman.
She reacted like a woman. Very interesting coming from Mr. Onosuke. And of course, going to our man in Benin. Okay, did democracy really win, or is still part 1 or part 2 of the whole episode? We're still expecting maybe episode 3.
For now, I think democracy is winning. Yeah, that's for now. Because for the members of the House to still be able to stand by their decision to say they have their confidence on the person that they elected, democracy is winning. They didn't allow intimidation to come or to kind of overwhelm them. So it is a plus. Because with the presence of the DSS trying to disrupt whatever thing that they are doing, and they still came out with a decision, is victory for democracy. Otherwise, some persons would have chickened out. Oh, we are not interested. We are afraid. This is what and what may happen. But they stood their ground. Is a victory for democracy. So if it's going to be coming in parts, for this is a plus. And kudos to the members of the House of Assembly there who were able to stand their ground and not allow themselves to be intimidated.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Nosuke, is Obasa going to take this defeat in good faith and don't come back again and when the next plenary session sits?
As you said, this is just the beginning. Obasa will not back down. Tinubu will not back down. And I'm telling you, they are going to be, since they have suspended the plenary now, they are going to be individually calling these people using all manner of what word would I use? Carrot and stick. Understand me? To get what they want. Understand me? So don't be surprised that within a week or two we will hear that they have accepted that Obasa will come back.
Okay. You still believe that Obasa might still be coming back as Speaker?
I'm telling you, they are going to use the carrot and stick system to coerce them into getting what they want, but which will be very bad for our democracy. But today, the story has been told. Democracy won today because they were able to exercise their fundamental human rights. Understand me? To say yes, we are so solidly behind this people, behind this woman. My prayer is let them not succumb to any intimidation from this night upwards. That's my prayer.
All right, okay. It's already becoming a prayer session here, but we all know how politics work. It's more like politics as far as even most especially Lagos State politics is concerned.
That's why I say my prayer is let them not succumb to any intimidation, any pressure, or any overtures from this night upwards. Because I know that from this night they will begin to get calls from different people. Some intimidating them, some appealing to them, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, definitely. Powers of play. Of course, we're pressed for time, and I would love us to run through this one before we'll call it a day, where in 2024, Nigeria allocated 58 billion naira for the reintegration of ex-militants under the Presidential Amnesty Program, with 8.8 billion spent in December alone. The proposed budget for 2025 shows an increase to 65 billion naira for this purpose. An audit by the Auditor General revealed serious financial mismanagement within the program, including over 6 billion naira withdrawn without proper auditing. And notable issues included 1.53 billion naira paid in tuition fees without documentation and 3.62 billion raised without internal checks. And concerns about accountability have escalated, particularly after the suspension of the program's coordinator, Charles Dokubo, in 2020 over corruption allegations related to fund management. Okay, and I don't know, amnesty program, we're talking about since the time of Yar'Adua stroke, the president. We're talking about even before Jonathan. I don't know how true that the amnesty program is still functional, and they are spending to the tune of 58 billion naira.
It is a conduit pipe to steal money. It is a conduit pipe to steal money. A lot of people in Abuja are feeding fat on all these allocations. What are they doing? Understand me? How many people did they use that 1.5 billion that you pay school fees for? How many people? So this is just like Omar Farouk, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. Once you have no data, you cannot operate this thing. So for me, it's a conduit pipe. It is corruption working in the afternoon.
Corruption working in the afternoon. All right, to a man in Benin. Okay, what are the risks to national security and public trust if the amnesty program continues without proper oversight? And would Nigerians still believe that there's an amnesty program talking about to this tune of spending as much as 58 billion naira, and of course recurring budget allocations to that same program?
Well, it's painful because they, I don't want to use the term so-called, the amnesty program is supposed to be a palliative program and not a comes to stay. It's just like you have the subsidy that was there before, that it was supposed to be like a palliative, a makeshift, something that will be for a while and not something that will come to stay. But it's painful that in Nigeria, when some of all these things come, it becomes something that never to go. If you are saying amnesty, some persons were agitated at a point in time and you brought them together. Are they telling us now that they are recruiting more persons into the program or what? I want to support the last speaker. It's a conduit pipe for some persons to start collecting money. If they want to actually speak more on the amnesty program, they should give a complete breakdown of the money that they've received and what they've spent those money for. Then even those people that they reintegrated into the society in the amnesty program, they can put their name and their contact. Let people reach out to them and see. Because we should not just be seeing a system that is running without people. What is the indication to have the amnesty program from almost, I think, yes, from the time of Yaradua up to this moment? You know, so I really don't see the relevance of the program. I don't see the impact of the program compared to the amount of money that is being siphoned or rather used for it. I don't want to accuse anybody of embezzlement or misappropriation or whatever because I don't have evidence to back it up. But
Yeah.
they need to tell Nigerians who and who this amnesty are for. Is it still for the Niger Delta or for other set of people? Thank you.
All right, I want to thank you very much, Dr. Bright Onyovokuko, for being a part of the show this evening. Though your time was short, but I must say you were very, very impressive. And of course, we enjoyed your contribution on the show this evening. All right, have a good night rest, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
All right, of course, Mr. Onosuke, it's always wonderful having your insight on the program.
Well, thank you for having me.
And of course, we yield unto your prayer. Of course, we take it to our bed tonight before we sleep.
No problem.
All right, have a good night rest, Mr. Onosuke. It's a pleasure having your insight on the program. Of course, that's a wrap for today's edition of the Issues on Voice of the People TV. We've taken a deep dive into all of this and, of course, talking about the issues as far as politics in Lagos State as it concerns Lagosians and Nigeria is concerned. Okay, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on another insightful conversation. Until next time, stay engaged, stay informed, and as always, let's work towards a better Nigeria. I am Jerry Apple. See you next time on The Issues.